This is Lesson 10 in the Mr. Circuit STEM Coloring Activity Book. This lesson is about two transistor oscillators. With an NPN and a PNP transistor and some additional electronic parts, an engineer can design the two transistor oscillator circuit. What is an oscillator circuit? It's an electronic circuit that emits oscillations, and if the oscillations are in the audio range of the human ear and you can connect a speaker, you will be able to hear the oscillations. An electronic circuit called a two-transistor oscillator can be used to make tones and other types of interesting sounds. A picture of an NPN and a PNP transistor is shown at the bottom right-hand side of the page. They each have three leads or wires sticking out of them. The three leads are named emitter, base, and collector. The NPN transistor is a 2N3904 and the PNP transistor is a 2N3906. On page 10, you see that the Mr. Circuit robot has caused a tuning fork in its left hand to oscillate by hitting it with the hammer that it has in its right hand. A two-transistor oscillator actually does something similar by creating an oscillation. This oscillation can be very slow or very fast. Generally, the human ear can hear oscillations from about 20 oscillations per second up to about 20,000 oscillations per second. What does a two-transistor oscillator do? At the bottom of the page, what does Mr. Circuit say? Mr. Circuit says, a two-transistor oscillator can cause a speaker to generate sound waves. At the bottom left of the page, you will see typical schematic symbols that are used by engineers and technicians to represent an NPN transistor and a PNP transistor. These are the same symbols that you saw in lessons 8 and 9. Please copy these two symbols into the box on the lower right-hand corner of the page. Here are some important things you were taught in this lesson. 1. What a two-transistor oscillator does. 2. That a two-transistor oscillator uses an NPN and a PNP transistor. 3. How to spell and pronounce two-transistor oscillator. Now please color in the Mr. Circuit robot on page 10. Now remember, when you complete this STEM technology book, you will receive a certificate of completion.